Hope we are all doing well. We're going to have some news later on once we get a few people here. I need to share this out, of course, on all the usual places. So we need to tweet this out. Uh, so we've tweeted it out. I guess we'll Facebook it out. I'll copy it and we'll go to Minds. Because Minds is the way, I think. I don't know. Hey, Joshua, how are you tonight? And of course, the one, the only, the Discord. So once we get a few more people in here, got some announcements. Okay, there we go. Hey, Flick, how are you? Let's make sure everybody can see our paper. Okay, everybody should be able to see the paper. So how is everybody? How's everybody's week going? Not great. Could be worse. How are you? I'm interesting, and well, that I will be explaining it a little bit later. Because I got a few announcements. Hey, Timothy, I've returned. So far, so good. Hey, Flip, what is up? Uh, they all really stem from the same thing, or most of them do, anyways. I think they stem from the same thing, most of it. Oh, how I'm feeling. It's weird how I'm feeling with a few things that have been going on, which will be sort of explained, I don't know. We got 6 people here. Are you going to kill us all, Rick? No. I just don't. I'm going to probably end up having to repeat myself no matter what. So, depending on people, when people get here, if you kill Flit, first give me time to escape. Well, what first? What first? Let me guess. You are bringing back High Noon and After Dark. Just make sure you bear me with all my stuff because it's mine. No, 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 Timothy, not yet. Um, well, the piece that I was working on, the crossover piece, I guess there's sort of the first news. The crossover piece that I was working with George Gatsis is no go. He's not going to be using it. And guess it's sort of gonna, I guess, all come down to that, some stuff around that. So that's not a biggie, neither here nor there. I've known that for about a week, week and a half, maybe 2 weeks. Yeah, you guys see, before I shut down High Noon and all that, I was working on it a little bit, and then I did a video of me finishing it up. But, that's neither here nor there. He actually did pay me for that, so that was nice. But, I got my first block on Twitter. Somebody blocked me on Twitter. I don't know for sure why, but I thought the question would be who first. It's real blocking. No, it wasn't you. It was not Flit. Well, surprisingly enough, it was George that blocked me on Twitter. George get Yeah, the guy who made my statue. So that leaves yeah, I have now just 3 statues left, one of which 2 small ones, which I'm keeping one of the small ones for myself. So these are now a limited quantity. You can, because he's blocked me, and I sent him an email to ask him why. He hasn't replied. That was yesterday. It's been just over 24 hours. And it all really stems back to the crossover thing, from what I can tell, because apparently me doing that video showing me doing my artwork for it puts a major damper on how he can market his campaign. That's what, to me, it was out of the blue. I didn't think it was that. Bring the statues for Super Chats. I don't have Super Chats, Flit. So, you know, if anybody wants the medium one, I was charging $100 for this. I'm gonna let it go for 75 plus, $10 shipping. Yeah, I'm not sure about anybody who can reproduce them yet. But the thing is, I don't even have the files for these. How did your drawing? Well, it was a crossover Elric, and apparently, normally his books are what, about 120 pages? Apparently, somehow, he can't put any of the 3 pages that, were being seen drawn on there although I don't talk about the dialogue or anything really about what's going on in the video, but somehow it ruins the joke. And I had 10 views on that till maybe today. I might have got 12 because I rewatched it and somebody else watched it today. You didn't even ask the. Yeah, well, you can't remake it completely, Timothy. But I'm working. I'm slowly doing myself a Blender file. So yeah, and I show. I did. Like Canadian Shield #1. I showed all my drawing of every single page on here. But yeah, I'm going to be slowly making my own Blender one. So my own stuff. And also that might mean no Snowdrift statue for. Yeah. I never talked anything about the story. I just talked about in that video what I was doing with the art and why and all that. So no dialogue, but was part of the joke in the comic, but somehow it hurts his skin and pain. Yeah. Just because they've seen the art and they haven't seen it colored in or anything, but they've seen the art. Yeah, the Indica is an odd business. Lots of things are odd business. But, so after the last 2 statues are gone, no more. And definitely no more of these. There are only 2 of these in existence now. Was the joke in the comics somehow a spoiler for their comic? I doubt it. Well, it was just, you heard me talking about the whole pizza thing and all that on my live streams beforehand, Alric. I'm pretty sure when I was drawing it up a little bit beforehand. But, I talked nothing about that in the little video, the 5-minute video that like 10 people saw, and he was one of them, and he got 7,000 Canadian, between 7 and 8,000 Canadian on his last campaign on Indiegogo. What did 2 of them know about my channel? And maybe saw the video? And I don't know whether it was going to be in Joe King #2, but Yeah. Well, he did at first, like you said, when I first put the video out, like he's what the heck, like you're ruining my way of doing marketing for this whole campaign. If it was really about preventing spoilers, he would have asked you to remove the video. Seems like you wanted an excuse not to use your page just because he didn't like the art or something. Very possible, Joshua. Yeah, that's a big maybe. I agree. And the people buying it are buying it because of the 3 pages that I did. Maybe one of you guys might do that, but I doubt that. Hey, Lorenzo. We're talking about the big controversy, Lorenzo, that me and you've been talking about in chats a little bit. There is a story to go with that reference. You was Marilyn Manson and you were the sneaker pimps. But like we see movie trailers and stuff like that all the time, and there's spoilers out there for movies. Does that stop most people from going to see these movies and stuff? No. Well, he just blocked me, and I'm not trying to make drama out of it, and I don't think he is either. Ulrich, I'm just informing all of yous because you know I'm not sure how many of yous want to get this stuff, but now you can't, and you guys need to know that. I can't have you guys say, "Oh, can I order this?" He just blocked me out of the blue. He didn't tell me he was doing it or anything. You know, I just found out because I seen that he left one of my groups. So I thought that was weird at first, or weird but not weird. Yeah. Okay. So no drama, just breaking news. Yeah. Nah, he was making some. Well, like I said, he did. We had a little bit of exchange, the disagreement about the whole me ruining his campaign by showing this video, doing that video, and it just ended up with him saying, "Oh, how much do I owe you for these pages?" And he paid me. This smells like a scheme cooked up by Rick and George to create forced scarcity for Canadian Shield statues. It almost could, couldn't it? All the dots connect. Flit. But like I said, yeah, he blocked me out of the blue, and I'm just letting you guys know more because of the statue stuff. I don't know why I'm letting you guys know. Something to talk about. Canadians known for being shifty. Uh, we get it, Rick, but I still think it's dumb for him to block you and not talk it out with you. Like, yeah, same here. I mean, if this is a Canadian thing, maybe you two can have a round in the ring or hockey ring, or and then say sorry, afterwards. And I think you mean hockey rink, not ring. And I don't play hockey. I don't get on skates. I'm just glad nobody's had ordered, a statue, like one of the big statues. That I didn't realize that somebody ordered one of the big statues and paid me, and then I'm like, I can't get in contact with George. George isn't responding. Oh my God! I gotta get back this $300. Well, I hadn't put them up on my website yet, so I guess that's good. Hey, Metal, how are you? I am me. Well, yeah, things are what they are, so you guys, I guess, know now, so, a little bit, so all there really is to tell. Rick, are you going to Leo? Isn't Leo a lion? Yes, he is, Lorenzo. That's why this is gonna have a nice full head of hair and a big beard, mustache. Oh, Rick, are you going to start making forums about posts about George Gassa? You ain't lying about Leo. No, I am not lying about him. No, I'm not going to be making any posts. Leo was my favorite character in that 70s show. Other than the breaking news about the now limited statues, how have you been, Gruff? Good. We had a good session on Sunday for what's the name of it? Um, my Rumble's slowly starting to take off. I don't have a lot of uh, followers on it. I have about 10. But one video has like 59, 60 likes. No post using his KF account. Anyways, I think he's kidding around Lorenzo. We'll give him some chest hair, Maybe, he's somewhere relaxing, at home. So maybe we're going to see him actually in his bare feet. We'll show some toes, draw some toes there in. Oh, is this your version of Beast from the X-Men? I'd more go Kraven the Hunter, Joshua. I've actually sort of grabbed a Kraven the Hunter pose, although it's not looking anything like that. He's a guy that actually was born and raised in Cairo, Egypt. I guess his wife was in Canada or had family in Canada. There were some domestic problems, and he's come chasing her, sort of not letting no be an answer. For her, she's trying to get away from him because he ended up hitting her once, and he's sorry, but he got some powers while over there and all that. The question is Leo? Oh, he's a bad guy for sure. Puns are the future of talking. Yes. Hey, Eagle, how are you? Did you say? Well, I wouldn't call him a wife beater. How did I describe it? He did, quote unquote, hit her, but it wasn't. It hadn't been an ongoing thing. It was a one-time thing. But she's not take. She's obviously not taking any chances. And do I have the whole thing spelled out here on my website? He is a bad guy. So this is your version. So toxic. Okay, so Leonardo. His real name's Leonardo Andrews Lyons. Lyons. 5'8", approximately 225 pounds. Safari tour guide. He first appears in Electide to unnamed wife and daughter. City of residence, Cairo, Egypt. Anyways, Leonardo was born into a stable, loving home in Cairo, Egypt. His parents had come back. His parents had come back to Egypt a year before he was born to care for his sick mother, or I guess it would be his sick grandmother. Leo's grandmother had been widowed a few years before. In school there, Leo saw a picture of local wildlife and began to take interest in it. Leo then frequently began to bug his dad to take him to the local zoo, and as they time after time. So I guess he went there a lot. Due to this, he grows up learning a lot about local wildlife and geographical surroundings, leads him into starting a safari tour guide business. His business becomes fairly successful. Sometime while he is starting the business, he meets the woman who is to become his wife, and after 2 years after meeting her, gets married to her, and they have a child. One day, approximately 5 years after starting the business, while on his tours, Leo sees a lion cub. To entertain his tour group a little, he stops the vehicle, gets out, and then proceeds to play with the lion cub a little. In the midst of the fighting, the lion cub playfully bites him and breaks the skin and licks the wound. Leo thinks nothing of the bite, unknown to almost everyone. Let's see. This. Okay. Hey, Mallet, how are you? Unknown to almost anyone, companies had been dumping toxic chemicals at a watering hole not far away. Now only about half an hour ago, this lion cub was drinking from the very same water hole. A few hours after Leo had been bitten at his home, he suddenly becomes dizzy. His vision becomes blurred, and then he starts to feel very weak. At this, he collapses, passes out on the floor. After a couple of hours, he comes to and then staggers into the bedroom to splash some cold water on his face. We got somebody here. Hey, John. How are you? Not a lot. Just trying to quickly read over my character that I'm drawing up bio. Yeah, no problem. So he's Howard says. So he's basically better kept planet. Got it. When he sees himself in the mirror, he is startled by what he sees. his hair has grown so much that it looks like the mane of a lion, and suddenly he has a full beard, and most unusually, some of his teeth had become fangs or fang-like. Then, then, I got bad grammar. I gotta fix this. Then at all this, he roars in laughter, thinking how much he now looks like a lion in the face. Shortly after these events, his wife gets home. Minutes later, they get into a heated argument. Seeing him, Leo, Leo, seeing himself unable to get his point across, in a fit of uncontrollable rage at the time, he backhands his wife across the room and against the wall. Quickly, he exclaims, "What have I done?" And he leaps to her side to see if she's all right, and gets up she gets up and tells him to get out in the very angry and authoritative voice. Immediately, he leaps towards the open balcony door, and then through the landing and on to the railing. He looks back. His wife just glares at him with his eyes that could kill. He then leaps to the ground and runs into the night. Hours later, he returns home. He finds a note on the kitchen table. It tells him that his wife has left, taking their daughter with her to go to Canada to live with relations there. A couple days later, Leo leaves for Canada in search of his wife so they can work things out. Leo keeps a firm pimp. Oh, you can't hear John? Oh. Yeah, they should be able to. Because he doesn't appear to Electride number 2, and I've got lots of characters, Howard, as you know. So, I have a hard time promoting all of them at the same time. Yeah, he is. I'm not sure what, I think about him now, okay, he's good for one, maybe a few issues, but, I think it's slowly going to become mundane, him appearing, trying to get his wife back, being beaten by whatever hero or whatever. I'm going to have to think of more to do with him in the version. In the future. Sort of, yeah. He's, I'm going to have him looking at a picture. You won't be able to see the picture of him, but, right here, he's got a frame of his wife and kid. He can see it there. Yeah. I hear a small voice. Okay, why is nobody able to hear you? Let me check things out. I can hear you fine. It says desktop audio is being heard. Talk, John? Okay, for some reason it's not showing it. Let's, can we delete? How do we delete that? Settings. Properties. Talk?
Hello there, my name is John, and I'm here again asking you for your support. Please donate to my Patreon.
Can you guys hear him now? Well? Okay, we seem to have it corrected.
Damn it, Rick, I'm here to hang out, not do audio tests.
Well, we don't have to do any more audio tests. That's just your schizophrenic. Is this Leo guy kind of like the Buckler? No. I guess he could end up having a redemptive arc and create another Leo character. I'm sort of doing the same thing with my character Libra. You know.
Wait a minute. Didn't I do a fan art of Leo?
Yeah.
And wasn't it fantastic?
Yeah, I know Manny did. I know his was pretty good. Let's see whether I can find yours. Should be in the same section.
And it looks like you copied my my buckler sitting on a chair post too.
No, I was trying to copy Craven the Hunter.
Well, you did a bad job and accidentally copied mine line for line. Tell John his wife needs a stove cover. What does that mean?
Oh, you haven't heard the news. Because I don't think, how long have you been, were you listening before you came in, or did you just
No.
come in?
I was on a private background thing talking with somebody about possibly doing one of their books.
Well, everybody in the chat, well, most everybody in the chat knows, I've been blocked on Twitter by somebody.
You've been blocked on Twitter by somebody.
Yeah.
Are you going to tell me who this buddy is?
Yeah, well, I've told everybody else, so why wouldn't they tell you? You can
Okay.
just read it. George Gatz has blocked me.
Peter Gatz has blocked you on Twitter?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awful. What did you do to him?
The only thing I can think of is, like I said, that video, you know, and there, after he put it up, I had told you about this a few weeks ago, you know, about me doing that, and he was upset, you know, but, you know, somehow I ruined his whole being able to campaign, or ruined his whole way of marketing, doing his whole marketing campaign for whatever book this was supposed to be in.
Wait a minute. Did he not tell anybody that there was going to be like a series of guest artists doing comedy skits in his book?
I don't know.
Was it a secret? Oh my god! And you told everybody, Rick. Oh my god!
Oh yeah. I told the 10 people that watched the video. Well, actually, I told people.
Yeah, but you know how much of a blabbermouth Joshua Hughes is.
So, yeah, you know, he, as you know, well, he left. It showed him leaving one of my things. I got kicked out of Lorenzo's thing because Lorenzo's chat for letting people on because him blocking me.
Oh my goodness.
I don't see your Leo here. I see Flit did one. Manny did one. Raven did one. I don't see yours.
Well, you wouldn't accept mine because it was too hot for TV. Because he was on all fours and he was clawing at the viewer like a roar, like a lion.
Oh. Yeah. But well, that's what I'm figuring it's about, that whole thing. You know, I don't know why for sure. You know, I sent him an email like yesterday when I realized that he had blocked me.
That's terrible. And not only did he block you, that got you kicked out of Lorenzo's group too?
Yeah, because, well, when you block somebody, if you're in the same group with them, they get kicked out.
Yeah, I'm aware. And what other groups did you get? Were there any other groups that George was in that you were also in? I'm sure there was quite a few.
Well, there was one other, but I don't think it didn't kick me out, or he just left. I'm not sure which. And that's more, I think, because I was the owner of the group. You know, Cross Comics Warriors, you know, 1.2.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody in your group blocks you, you're not going to get kicked out of the group you created.
Yeah.
Mallet says, John, are you still doing Xylo? I told Mallet what the parameters would be, and I think they're pretty reasonable, Rick.
Yeah.
For me doing Xylo. Now, if he means, am I still putting Xylo in the booklet? Yes, he's already in the book. I mean, pages are colored with him in it and with dialogue. So I mean, he can't not be in the Buckler.
So as that means the statues are no longer available. Nobody can get this. I don't have the files for it. So I can't get it printed up. So I've got like 2 statues now that he gave me when Marsupio ordered his. I got a medium one here that I'm going to sell for $75 plus $10 shipping. And one of the small ones I'm going to sell for $40 plus $5 shipping.
So I told Mal, I was like, check it out. This is what I can do for you. And Mal was saying he wanted to, I wanted to extort him, a bull dink. So I said, okay, how about this? How about if you want, in order to make an Indiegogo campaign, right? All you really need is like 6 pages of artwork and a couple of promo stuff, maybe a cover, maybe some stuff like that. So I said, this is what I'll do. I will draw you, and I will draw you 6 pages. Then I will color 3 of those pages, so you can have some pages to show that are colored and some that are in black and white. In the process, I will do a couple of various, character sketches of maybe somebody that's not in the book or not in the promo for the book, maybe a bad guy, that kind of thing. And then of course I would help him put his campaign together, and you know how much work that is, right? Like
Yeah,
making all of the assets for your campaign and all that jazz. And I was like, and I will do that. I will do all of that, those 6 pages and all that stuff, and just to see whether or not there's any interest in the book and whether it gets funded or not, right?
Yeah.
And I would do all of that for $180.
Oh, that's a real good price.
And he told me that I was trying to extort him.
1 page, you could charge that for 1 page.
I do charge that for 1 page.
And especially 1 page colored. Now, Aureka, so, okay, was it a secret? As far as I know, there was it wasn't a secret. He said, like I'm giving away, the joke or whatever, or people won't want to see, buy the book because they've seen me do the art. I don't.
Well, that I understand. I don't understand the rest of it. I don't understand the blocking you and all that, but that I do understand.
Well, like I showed everybody every page of the Canadian Shield #1, and people bought. I don't think anybody didn't buy because they, saw me create it all. But they haven't seen every single page of, his 120-page book. It's 3 pages.
Well, he's not mad at his customers. He's mad at you.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, 3 pages out of 120 pages. I don't think I've ruined his campaign or his marketing for it. And then
Mallet says, "Oh, I thought that was a reasonable price. I just needed Rick to pay for it." Then he says, "I really don't have the desire to do it anymore, but it was a good price." Well, there you go. That was my friend price for Mallet, because Mallet wanted to do a campaign and I was all for it.
Joshua says, "What if he sues you for selling his sculpture?" Well, he's given them to me. I'd say I paid for them, but I didn't. When I got Marsupios and gave him the money for it, he gave me the extra ones to boot. So, they're mine. They're mine. They're mine to sell or do whatever. I'm just not expecting to be able to buy anymore, get them to print up anymore. So, but it is what it is. It's just, the breaking news of the hour. So, I'm not trying to make it drama or anything. I'm just trying to inform. Well, I guess the whole blocking on Twitter is maybe trying to do some drama. It's like, oh my God, somebody blocked Rick. I can't believe it. And it's like, it was George when, I considered him a friend, So,
Well, then why'd you do your friend like that if he was your friend so much?
I didn't think I was doing anything wrong. I honestly still don't. But. And I especially don't think I ruined his whole marketing campaign or, took control of the way he can market the whole book and all that, everything.
You stole his characters and you railroaded them and you put him in a corner. You basically ruined his whole internet career.
Yeah. Yeah. Is it because Rick is too polite? Why can't he be a jerk like John? Hey, Rebellious. Let's see how it says. So he gave them to you, the extras, if I heard you right. Yeah. Meaning he can't sue you if you sell them. Yeah. Plus, it's of my character, so it's not like he can go making those statues and sell them either. I could actually I'd have more right to sue him.
Rick, why do you sit here and you pretend that you're not into internet beef and you're throwing around, I'm going to go sue George? Calm down.
I'm not going to go sue George. I'm just saying, in that scenario, I could more sue him. If I wanted to, I'd just tell him to stop. I don't know what I'd do if he didn't, but...
I said, George, stop.
So how are you today, Rebellious? Rebellious says, Dillard, nice to hear you. We need to start the GoFundMe for Rick.
Oh, hello there, Rebellious.
It's like, so if by some random chance he tries to sue, we all heard you say the extras would just give them to you. We got your back cross. This is...
So essentially, this is what's going to happen, Rick. You remember some months ago, or maybe a month ago, I made a Comicsgate lunchroom table map.
Yes, I heard that.
Okay, well, what's going to be happening, what I'm doing back behind the scenes here is I am taking my table and I am pushing it. I'm scooching it over, and two tables are going to be next to each other now.
What? Mine and Gatsis?
No, you don't have your own table, Rick. You're in my table.
Yeah, meanwhile, well, I can't say I started you on YouTube, but a lot of people around. Well, actually,
what?
Well, maybe not. I know I didn't start you. You started YouTube before, well, probably around the same time as me. Metal started way before. I just know there was a few people I encouraged.
That's not important. I don't even care who was on YouTube first.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, you and me hang out in a room together.
Yeah.
If we go to a convention, Rick, if there's a big Comicsgate convention, and you walk into the lunchroom with your Salisbury steak and your box of milk, and you see me sitting at a table, me and Metal and Marsupio, you're going to come and sit with us, aren't you?
I don't know. Who else is in the room?
There's a table with like Ethan Van Sciver and John Malin and Cecil.
Yeah, as much.
There's a table with like Risey Lee and the Etsy boys.
Well, I'd probably go over and say hi to Risey.
You don't have to come to my table if you don't want to. I'm just assuming that's where you would sit.
Oh, probably. I'm just teasing you a little, John.
So there's another faction that I'm scooching my table towards, and we're now going to be one big table. It's still going to be called John Diller's table. It's just going to double in size. That's all.
And what table is this? John?
Oh, that's a secret. I can't say that, Rick, because unlike you, I don't like tell everybody everything about what I'm doing.
New Metal says, our table is in the corner, because otherwise I'm gone. Well, I didn't. I was going to say, I didn't think it would have been that big of a secret who you're combining your table with.
Well, I mean, if you came and you saw my table and you were like, oh, I mean, I would assume that you would want to sit with us because, like, we're the most friendly, to you. Like, I'd be like, oh, this other table, if you got, like, if you got one of them gross, like, square pizzas, you'd be like, I want to trade this. And, like, somebody at our table would be like, yeah, sure, I'll trade with you. Maybe even if it's not the best, deal, we would still trade with you. Whereas some other table might be like, yeah, right, fool, get out of here.
Joshua says, Dillard is collecting CG tables like Infinity tokens.
That says Infinity Stones. Right?
Infinity Stones.
Well, tokens.
I don't know how to talk tokens instead of...
Dillard, would you ever debate pastry? No. No, I know that my ideas and my way of thinking and my way of living is very antiquated. And I'm a very old person, Rick.
Old school,
I just had a birthday. I'm even older now than I was before.
Yeah. Well,
And I wouldn't debate simply because I don't think realistically whatever the topic was, I would change my mind. So it would be disingenuous for me to debate. It would just be for the gotchas and the lols,
Yeah, but see, debate. I've heard it said debate is not usually to change the person's mind you're talking with, because that's not usually going to happen. It's probably more to maybe sway somebody in the audience to your side. But then again, that might not be happening either. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if I were to have a debate with someone, it would be because I would want to, change their mind. Like, oh no, you're wrong about this. Let me tell you what's really going on. And I just don't think that people that are on opposite sides of the political and social spectrum don't really have any goodwill anymore. I don't think there'd be a good reason to debate.
Lorenzo says, I like Detroit-style deep dish square pizzas, not the gross square pizzas we had back in school. And Metal says he's not trading his snack pack for your stupid bananas. Or banana.
I know, Rick would probably show up with like those bruised bananas that are all like half brown.
No! Do not even click my banana.
Or even worse, the ones that are wrapped in cellophane because it's like a half a banana they chopped in half and they wrapped them in cellophane. It's not even a full regular banana.
If I did, it wasn't me packing my lunch. Rebellious says she's a libertarian. Ulrich says one of the schools I went to used to give Little Caesars, or gave Little Caesars, but they got rid of them because of health reasons. These were the personal size pizzas.
Yeah, I'm not really an expert on school lunches or anything. I was just kind of using analogies that I had in my school lunch, What I did like, do you remember I don't know if you remember or not, but it was a pretty famous dish they would serve at lunches sometimes. And it was like shredded turkey in mashed potatoes with gravy all mixed together.
I don't remember that, but then again, well, unless in high school, before high school, there wasn't really a cafeteria in any school that I had, so.
Oh, I see. Yeah, well, it was pretty. Like I know. I've talked to a couple of people like from around the country, and they all had that kind of stuff in their lunch too, like that turkey, and that was so good. But overall, the lunches are kind of trash. Rebellious says I'm a libertarian. Yeah, the thing is, I'm a social and a fiscal conservative.
And an all-around jerk.
Jesus, look at the heaviness of the groin you gave that guy. Why is it so heavy?
I don't know.
Damn it! Like he must weigh like 30 pounds.
He's sitting down, so get flattened out a bit, wouldn't it?
Then why hasn't it been?
Maybe I'm drawing lines I shouldn't. Metal says I always pack my own lunch. Yeah, I do too now. I was Fry Vulture back in those days. She says, prison food sounds better than that, says Metal. Rebellion says, also I think Dillard has way too much bass. Please turn your bass down.
I don't have like a thing where I can adjust my bass. I'm sorry.
Me neither. I can't adjust anybody's bass.
Joshua says, Pastry says Dillard is too based. So I don't know. That's why I wouldn't debate. I did like the fries at the school though, because they had those fries that they would put on those big trays. They were like they were kind of like the crinkle cut fries. Those weren't bad. Then the breakfast tater tots too, because I was super poor, like when I was younger, and we always got free lunches. If you're very poor, you qualify to get a free lunch at school and a free breakfast. If you're very very poor, and they would always give us the tater tots for the breakfasts. I'm sorry, I have to go mute again because I got to turn my air conditioning back on. It's getting hot in California,
Yeah, it's getting hot here too. Probably not as hot as there.
It's not too hot. It's only, I think, 98 today. But,
Yeah. I don't know what it was here. Tater tots for breakfast, says Lorenzo. Hey, that sounds good to me. Tater tots for breakfast. Elric says it got to 86 today. I guess where he was. Is it humid up in Ontario? Where I am, especially, yeah, Lorenzo.
Right now, currently, it's only 87 degrees. But today's high was 98.
I know where I am. It's on the lake. 79 high here. Like I said, I don't know what it was here. I'd have to go look at some weather program.
You need to go outside every now and then, Rick, and feel the wind on your face and the weather.
I was outside today.
I got a package in the mail today. It was my Bluetooth speaker.
Oh yes, and I have to apologize for, although I know it's not probably completely my fault, is the way that your package came, your parcel.
I was all mad. I was like, God damn it. Because I think they folded it and put it in my mailbox. And they had to try. They really had to try to fold that thing because, like, as soon as I had to fold it again myself just to get it out of the mailbox. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, man, look at this. But I actually put the artwork under some books, and it's flattened out pretty good.
Okay, any creases in it, or?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
gonna have to say do not bend from now on. You know, like
they don't care.
You put that in there so it's not easily bent. You would figure, oh, it's not easily to bend. Maybe I shouldn't bend it.
That's why I put mine in those top loaders, because you can bend those, but it doesn't stay bent. Like, they do not crease at all.
Yeah.
And you can try to bend them, and as soon as you try to, like, oh, let me try to bend this and put this in the mailbox, and you try to bend it, it won't crease. So you can't crease it to make it fit. You have to put it in there under tension. And even then, if it's under tension, the mailer prevents it from being actually creased. So, like, you really got to, like, put it on the ground, fold it, and then step on it, hear it pop, and then you can actually put it in somewhere.
Yeah. You know, I haven't.
That way, I also don't have to deal and bother with all of those, like, stacks of melamine board or hardy board or, foam core boards. I don't got to deal with it. I just put it in the thing, put it in the bubble wrap mailer, and send it out.
Yeah. Yes, that is the artwork you initiated, Mallet. Like, I see that picture in the DMs, and I'm like, oh, God. I think that's the first time that's ever happened, but I can't be sure, obviously.
Wait a minute, did my cinnamon already show up? Yes, it did. I ordered some cinnamon. And it says, your package was left near the front door or porch. Thank you, Amazon.
Yeah, well, Lorenzo says I shouldn't have skimped on the Gemini mailer. Well, I don't think Gemini mailers would have helped in this case. They probably would have bent it, too. Because, as you say, even the foam board is not easily bent.
All right, so look at this. I got this in the mail, Rick.
Okay.
Because my other little tiny tool I have on my keychain broke. I went with my wife to go get a barbecue grill, just kind of like for my birthday,
Yeah.
And I used to have this little multi-tool on a keychain called the Gerber Dime. And I wanted to try this one out. Right, this is called this one here. This was called the Leatherman Micra.
Yeah.
Because it's smaller. It's small. However, I forgot why I didn't like this one in the first place. Like when I ordered the last one. Like if you look on the outside of this thing, you cannot access any of the tools. Yeah. In order to get to anything, you have to actually open it up.
Yeah.
Now I wanted this because the main tool on this is scissors. Right?
Yeah.
On the other one, the main tool was pliers. And because this is so small, right? Like the thickness of my finger compared to this, you can't really do anything with pliers that small.
Yeah.
They just fall, they slip, they bend. So you can't, basically the main tool of the thing was useless. Yeah. But, see, this one, it has stuff. But you have to open it up to use it. Meaning, if you want to use the knife safely, you have to open it up and then close the whole thing back up and then kind of use it like that, right?
Yeah. Your audio went out, John.
However, the other one, the Gerber Dime, when it was closed like this area here that exposed, it was on the top. So all the tools you could open from the outside. Also, the thing was shaped. See this little ring here that has the key ring?
Yeah.
This was shaped like a bottle opener on the outside. So you didn't have to open anything or nothing. You just pull your keys out and then pop a bottle top open.
Cool.
So as much as this one is a higher quality, like when I open this, I can feel the snap. Like you can probably see it kind of jerking a little bit.
Yeah, you actually got to use some muscle or whatever to open that.
Like it actually has like a really good snap to it. And when you close it, it has real nice action. But not only that, this area, it's almost like the metal wasn't deburred. Like when you cut a piece of metal, you have to go and kind of ease over the edges of the metal so they're not rigid and sharp, right?
Yeah.
This one feels like nobody did that. That way it gives it that kind of like that worn-in feeling like, oh, you know, you're not going to cut yourself accidentally. This one kind of feels like you might cut yourself accidentally on it. So this, all in all, was a complete failure. I don't like it.
You should do a review like that on your channel.
I ordered the Gerber dime that I had before, even with the pliers that sucked, you know. But what are you going to do? I mean, realistically, the main tool cannot be anything other than that.
Yeah. You should do a review like that on your channel for it.
Maybe.
Rebellion saying, when was your birthday? A week ago Sunday. So 2 Sundays ago.
Yeah, May 16th was my birthday. And I turned 37 years young, Rick.
Wow, ooh.
37. I went fishing.
You are 10 years younger than me, John.
I feel it. I feel great.
In a month less a day, I will be turning 48.
Oh man, that's so old.
And yes, yeah, this one, that piece, the thing that was shipped to him wasn't a comic book. It was a piece of original art. And Mala says, "Okay, I'm glad something got done with it." Yes, it did. I made sure John wanted it before I sent it to him.
Let's see. How would I rate it? I would rate this thing. Here's the deal, right? There are two kinds of people in this world when it comes to outdoor stuff. There are the people that like the how can I say this? There are the people that like the aesthetic of things that are traditional, and there are people that like will use something because it has the most versatility. It's the newest, it's the best, it's black, it's tactical, right? Like I'm not gonna worry about my. Okay, let's put it this way, because the people in this community love thinking about this scenario, the zombie apocalypse, right? Because that means they don't gotta fight other humans; they can just go around and kill zombies at their leisure, you know.
Well, they're still killing humans, but they're already sort of dead. So
yeah,
they don't have to feel bad about it.
So they think, okay, if you had to go on Amazon right now or wherever you can get all of your needs met and get all the gear you wanted for your zombie apocalypse self, you're a zombie killing machine, what would you get, right? And they're the people that they're like, oh, I want to have a AR-15 with the night vision scope and the bioluminescent little pole so you can have night enhancement, and I want a flashlight on it and all this stuff, and I want a 30-round magazine that's taped to another one so you can pull it out and stuff it on the other side and you got 30 more rounds, and I want these tactical boots that whatever. And then there's the other people that are like, I want my pocket knife and I want my 6-shooter, So because of that, like, I can't really say. I think this little black one here, this Leatherman, is more because the company Leatherman is so old. People like this one. This is like the traditional. It's the quote unquote classy version of a miniature multi-tool. It's small, it's sleek, it doesn't have that crazy design on it. Like my old Gerber,
Like a miniature version of a Swiss Army knife.
right, but without the, I guess, a feminine look and feel of a Swiss Army knife. Because a Swiss Army knife kind of looks kind of girly because it's rounded off and, you know, it's big and red and, you know, and I know there's other options, but that's the standard one, you know.
Yeah.
But these, like the Leathermans, they're known for being more traditional, you know, workhorses type deal.
Yeah.
So this would be like the standard conservative, classy style. Like the other one I got, the Gerber, it is very much the whole like tactic cool. It's like weird shaped. It has like gaps in the metal to make it look futuristic. You know what I mean? It's out of control, but it is very useful day to day. Like it has something right on the outside you can pull out. It's called a package opener, and then you can, like, you know, the blister packs you get like a product in. It has a hard plastic shell. You can just jam it in and follow the line of it with the thing, and then you can pop it right out. It's very useful, very useful. This doesn't have anything like that, but it just looks more, you know,
nice,
classy, you know. And then the other one has a sheep's foot knife, which is like a knife that has a drop point and comes straight back, which looks very ugly, but it's very useful for opening up tape on a box. You know what I mean? Whereas this one has this regular drop point, traditional style knife, right? This is what you would normally expect to see on like a, what do you call it? Like a regular pocket knife. You know what I mean? With the little nail clip there and there.
Yeah.
So because this is more like the classic, the standard, this actually costs more too. This one cost me like $28, whereas the Gerber dime is 18.
Ooh. Rebellion says she wants a manly knife if she got a knife. Metal says the only tool you need is a nice rock.
That's not true at all. You're going to have a hard time unscrewing something with a rock.
You couldn't be screwed then.
That's what actually broke my last one, because it's small like this, right? The Gerber dime, it's real little. And I went to go buy a barbecue, and we couldn't fit it in her car. We didn't have my truck at the time. It was here. I went with her to go buy plant stuff, but at the time she was like, "Oh, we should get a barbecue." I'm like, "It's not going to fit in the car." So I had to kind of dismantle the shelves on the sides of the barbecue, take it apart to fit it in the back of her car. I had to take the thing apart to actually make it fit. And I tried to I didn't want to go inside the Home Depot and buy a screwdriver for 98 cents. So I tried doing it with my little multi-tool, and I broke the thing. But it lasted me 3 years, so I'm happy with the purchase, you know.
Let's see, I prefer to get Acme products. The Wild E Coyote uses them all the time, but I would use them as traps. Laugh out loud.
Yeah. You know, so I don't know. It's all up to your personal preference. I like things that are a little bit more less flashy, but if something works leaps and bounds better, I'll go for that.
Yeah. You want
like if you look at the guns that I have, right? I have I have a Henry repeater rifle 22. So the Henry is known for looking like an old cowboy style rifle, right? Like a repeater rifle. It has a walnut stock. It has a bronze receiver and all that stuff. So it looks like an old classic gold and wood cowboy gun. My other gun is a revolver, a snub-nosed revolver. And then my other gun is a .357 Magnum revolver, cowboy style vaquero. So they're very traditional, old style. I don't have anything that's black and has slides. I don't have any semi-autos or anything like that. But I wouldn't mind having one.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know, it's just my personality. I prefer things that are a little bit more tried and true.
Yeah, you know, things that you know are going to work.
Yes.
Dillard's not impressed. Rebellion says, I'm getting a satchel, my dudes. I hate purses. Oh, a satchel is just a man purse.
There's no such thing as a man purse. It's just a purse.
A purse for a man?
No, it's just a purse.
No, I'm just saying a satchel is a purse for a man. You know they call it.
No, a satchel is a purse.
Yeah, but they get guys to buy it by calling it a satchel instead of a purse.
If I see a guy with a satchel, I'm gonna say, "Hey, you got a lighter in that purse there? Or what's going on?"
This guy looks like Solomon Grundy. He's not quite finished. They're either. It might look a bit more like Solomon Grundy, but it played a lot of Injustice, Gods Among Us.
Like, what exactly are you carrying around that would necessitate you having a satchel?
She is a woman.
I'm not talking about. I'm talking about men that buy purses.
Oh, look at what's his name from 24.
Yeah, he was wearing a purse.
Yeah, but he had all whatever in, you know. Even MacGyver had one. He was always putting something in it, you know.
Yeah, MacGyver was super feminine.
You know, to make stuff out of, he was always, you know, picking up stuff.
I mean, you carry your wallet, your keys, maybe a pocket knife. What else do you need?
I don't know.
Why wouldn't you get a backpack? Backpacks are at least less feminine than purses. Let's see. Rebellious is complaining about her pockets, and Marsupial is saying girl pants pockets are pathetically small. Well, you know, that's what they want to buy because they want to show off their figure. So the pants are all skin tight and the pockets are tiny. Just buy some man pants. You'll be fine.
Yeah, just make sure you buy them in your size.
That's right.
I can't. My pockets are pathetic. Wallets are very manly. Girl pants, pockets are pathetic.
You got to have a pocket. What if you find a cool looking rock on the floor? You got to put it in your pocket.
Don't have pockets.
Some do. Not all, but some.
I mean, it's not my fault that your mom bought a pair of pants that did not have pockets on them.
I think she's more thinking tights. Most tights don't.
That's not clothes that you wear out in public.
Well, by tights I mean. What do I mean by tights? You know, like you can get them off of
Yeah, you're talking about like yoga pants or capris, or you're talking about like jeggings, you know?
Yeah, well, on the Teespring they have them available.
Yeah. You don't wear those pants. It's like wearing pajamas out to the store. Like go put on clothes for the day. What are you doing? I don't want to see you wearing your yoga outfit.
I don't have the right junk. It doesn't fit right, says Rebellious. Yeah, you don't have anything hanging. So how can it not fit right? I wouldn't say it's exactly flat, but...
Marsupial says, my girlfriend always complains about her phone not fitting in her pockets. She makes me hold it. Why? You say, leave your phone at home if you're not going to carry it around. What's your problem?
Yeah, well, he doesn't see his girlfriend a lot, so it's not too much of a bother. I know.
It's an extraordinary inconvenience. It's a huge bother. Do you know how much... Rick, have you seen a phone these days? These things are bricks. They used to make fun of those like old Nokia phones that were big and bulky. These phones weigh more than those phones. They may not be as thick. They're thin, but you know these new phones, they got like 11-inch screens. These things weigh like 1.5 pounds. They weigh down pants pockets.
I don't have a big phone, so yeah, I'm smart.
Let's see. Joshua tells you to stop being gross, Rick, and talking about dangling things. Marsupial says Pastry needs a boyfriend to carry her stuff for her. And then he laughs.
Deep words.
Pastry says, I am Arrow at May. Whatever that means. Elric says, we went from giant phones to small flip phones back to big phones. We are regressing.
No, it's just the circle of things. It's like, although I think it's stopped now because, what was it? Music was on discs first, records, right? And then you went to 8 tracks, which was, whatchamacallit? Ribbon or however you want to call it. And then we went we went to regular
cassette tapes.
Yeah, we went to cassette tapes. So I guess there wasn't
the cassette tapes were very much smaller than the 8 tracks.
Or maybe am I thinking movies? Laserdiscs.
No, Laserdiscs was a form of music. Yeah, you could listen to music on Laserdiscs.
Well, maybe I was thinking maybe movies, because Laserdiscs on movies, then to tape, then to discs, and now it's going digital. So I guess
then for music you had your CDs, and then you went from CDs, which had an album on the CD. You went to MP3s, which is a CD that you could have hundreds of songs on one disc. And now they're just all digital. They're all just MP3s.
Yeah. Now you just get, and most of the time, a lot of people just carry it around on their phone, their MP3s,
Not me. I had my backpack full of loose cassette tapes. I would go to the swap meet and I would buy a bunch of cassette tapes, and I would play them on my radio.
Metal says he misses those sliding phones with the full keyboard. Yeah, I had one of those a while back.
I wouldn't trade it for the world. I think this phone that I have now is fantastic. I can watch movies on it. I can watch porno on it. I can go and watch TV shows. I have access to the internet. I can buy stuff on Amazon. I have access to my bank account. I can transfer money.
Well,
this phone is amazing. What else can I do on my phone? I can watch Red Letter Media. What else can I do on my phone? I can play music for the kids. They can dance. They can play. I can play Baby Shark on my phone, and the kids can get all excited. Look at this. I can even, if I log into my Charles Schwab, I can trade stocks on my phone.
You want to stalk somebody with your phone?
Yes.
Let's see here. Everybody says, not a freaking e-girl type. We know. You just gotta ignore them rebellious. They're teasing you on purpose to get a reaction.
I can get updates on what my family is doing through Facebook and see whose birthday I missed and all kinds of stuff. I can argue with Trump on Twitter on my phone.
You can't argue with Trump on Twitter. He's not on Twitter anymore. He got banned.
I can go to my Etsy store and see if anybody bought anything. Let's see. Nope. I can go on HBO Max and watch Godzilla vs. Kong.
Now, my question is, who would really want to... I know people do, but I wouldn't really want to watch a full movie on, my phone. A short YouTube video maybe, but you can't really see anything. So... That would be my...
I can see everything. My phone has a massive screen.
Well, nobody else can see, but how big? Do you get your phone to show?
Sure. Yeah, I have my phone on me right here. Let me see. Let me turn my camera back on. Oh, no, it's still on.
Yeah.
This is my phone right here.
Yeah, your phone is pretty big.
Like if I turned my phone on, I got to change my Christmas screensaver.
There's my phone.
But look at how fast. Look, I go here, I click that, and it's loading up, and bam, already.
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Starship Enterprise.
Yeah.
Is Rick.
Okay, I muted you for a second there. But, let's see. There's my phone. There's the size of my phone. Compared to yours.
Yeah, that's a little phone.
I don't like those big clunky phones. I probably wouldn't get one. I had one slightly bigger than that. That's I think what the biggest I would go.
Why?
Because I like it fitting in pretty much just in my hand. I wouldn't want to watch, like I said, movies on it. Even yours, with the size of it, I wouldn't want to watch movies on it.
Voyages of the Starship.
Why not?
It's too small to watch a movie on. Or
Nah,
yeah.
all you gotta do it. Look, Rick. Are you showing my face right now?
I can see your face.
Are you showing my? I'm gonna make a point right now, and I need you to show my face so that people can get this point.
Okay.
We have this thing called, the eye retina and all that stuff. I mean, basically, you don't get any more clarity when you're watching something in the theater, right? So if you're sitting in the theater like this and you're watching the screen is big in front of your face, right?
Yeah.
But you don't want to sit too close in the theater because then you can't see the whole screen at one time, which is very troublesome. So you sit like in the front middle row, maybe about like 4 or 5 back. That's like the perfect seat in the theater, right? But if you just go like this and put the clone closer to your face, it's as big as a theater screen.
Yeah, still you can't see it as good as the details.
No, you can see it perfectly well. And not only that, I remember, Rick, I mean, I don't know if you remember this or not, but I certainly was alive during the time when the biggest TV around, I remember it came out and it was a 27-inch TV.
Yeah, now they've got 80-inch, 100-inch.
Yeah, my father-in-law is 120.
I'd like one of those.
Okay, the thing is this. When you watched Terminator on your brand new Zenith 27-inch TV, it was as big as a house. You couldn't believe how big you were watching it.
No.
It's all just what you're used to.
Yeah, yes and no. I've had like probably smaller than I've had like a 15-inch that I've had to watch. Growing up, or I'm not sure what size it was. Might have been even smaller than 15-inch regular size. I guess it wouldn't have been much bigger than this. My pad that I'm using. So.
I mean, think about it this way. I spend almost my entire waking day that I have free time in front of this screen.
Yeah.
This is a 21-inch screen. It's not very big.
Yeah.
It's only 20. It's my drawing screen. I pipe my my YouTube through here so I can watch the YouTube, and a little box on the side or I hear something. I'm hearing a podcast while I'm drawing. It's as big as I need it to be. Anything bigger than this, I'm like, I got to back up a little bit. I got to get used to whatever, So if you're watching this giant TV, step away from it from a day or two, and you put your phone on. That it works just fine. The phone's as big as a house, in your brain.
No, not for me. The phone would be too small for me. I've tried it. Like I said, YouTube video,
Rick, how many videos have you watched on your computer screen right there in your room?
Quite a few.
And were you like, damn it, I wish I was in the theater because this is way too small. I can't see anything.
No, but, the screen I got in front of me is like a 42-inch, so.
And when I go to bed and I feel like watching a TV show, I lay down in bed sideways and I put the phone right in front of my face like this, pop it down. It's like I'm watching it on a 100-inch TV.
Marcia says, get an iPhone Pro Max. It's huge. I do not get iPhones. iPhones are bad. You can't upgrade them. Your memory space on them. So when I found that out, I'm like, I say no to iPhone.
Ooh, it's getting cold.
Maddle says, I can get more comfortable with my PC setup. The problem is the less screen size. The problem is the less screen size and the more getting comfortable. Oh, the
That's
less
all I'm
the screen
saying.
size, it's harder to get comfortable.
Yeah. And I would say, like, for me, if I were to be sitting down, like right here, my face is in this computer screen, right? Because I'm drawing. I'm
Yeah.
very close. But if I were to sit down and watch a movie, I would like a nice, I don't know, 47 to 55 inch would do just fine for me.
Yeah.
And of course, that changes the farther you away from, if you're trying to watch TV from the kitchen because, you're trying to eat and also watch, and then maybe you need a bigger TV. I don't know. But if you're sitting down, you're dedicated. I'm sitting down and I'm going to watch this movie. And you're sitting, a good 10 feet away from the TV, 47 inches fine.
Let's see. So, don't mind me. I'm just trying to figure out the picture frame or whatever that he's looking at. But I grabbed a tablet I have here.
Now you got to draw the hand.
Yeah, the back of the hand.
Hands are much harder to draw than squares. You can put the square anywhere after you draw the hand.
I'm just trying to get an idea of where it is, how big the hand would be on it. Hold on. Oh, let's see. Marsupio says, just get one with the most space, problem solved. One what with the most space? My hand, yeah. Let's see, Elric says, I remember back when you had to remember what time your shows came on, and if you missed an episode, well, guess what? You had to wait a long time to see it again. I remember that, Elric. Probably better than you. Reruns. Remember before? I just don't remember before reruns. Like in Back to the Future.
Yeah, I used to have this. They had these things, and they were very niche. Like they were only out for a while, and then they were discontinued. But they were portable DVD players, and I used to have one when I worked security. And the screen was a staggering 7.5 inches.
Yeah, I've seen them.
Massive screen. When you're sitting in your car and you have the thing like on your steering wheel, because it's basically in your face. I used to watch movies on that. I watched the entire season of 24 on that thing. It was great. I loved it.
I guess it might be your perspective, but no, for me, no matter what the size is, I can see the difference and all that. It wouldn't be massive to me. It would be something I would put up with if I had to. Let's see. Metal says, my 24-inch second monitor is more than enough, but I only watch things alone and like a yard from it at most. Alric says, yeah, my mom has a portable DVD player. Still
Yeah,
works.
I do.
No, that's Alric's mom, not you. But you do too, I guess. You're asking me what, Marsupial? What was Marsupial asking me? What are you downloading to your phone anyways? I'm not downloading anything to my phone. I don't download anything on my phone. Oh, I just transfer over music like from my main computer or whatever if I plug it in. If that's what you mean, Marsupial. So I can have music to listen to while on the bus or walking somewhere or something like that.
What's John doing?
I don't know what John is doing. He's just not talking much right now. Not that he has.
I have my microphone off because my air conditioning's on and it's very loud and annoying.
But not
Well, I don't hear it myself when you got your mic on.
No, I mean, it's hard to hear, but what it does is it messes up my audio quality.
Oh, okay. Well, by upgrade, I mean put in a bigger like chip for music to put more music on it if I want more music. So I don't have to change it out every so often. Because I have a whole bunch of different bands I like. And, have their whole bunch of their discographies in digital form. Pastry is secretly a huge fan of yours. A huge fan of whose? Maybe Dillard has rebellious pastry vids downloaded on his phone. I don't think so. I doubt John downloads many YouTube videos or any at all. Do you download YouTube videos or do you just simply watch them, John?
You're asking if I download YouTube videos?
Yeah,
Oh, hell no.
I didn't think so.
The point of that is to watch videos where you have no service, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Or reread what I said. Yes, Pastry Dillard, she really is a huge fan of yours. It all makes sense. But it doesn't make sense with what John said.
I guess that could be like a cool thing. Like if you're going camping somewhere far and you're not going to have service, maybe download like a Disney movie for the kids so they can watch something on the phone or tablet. But I don't see any reason why I would download a video ever.
Yeah. Well, they're not really talking regular videos like Disney movies. They're talking like YouTube videos, stuff that you might watch on YouTube.
Well, most of the stuff that I watch on YouTube is fairly short. I don't see any reason why I just watch it at my convenience.
Yeah, like a 5-minute. There's no reason. Unless, maybe the tutorial stuff, maybe. That way you could, watch it anywhere. But then again, you got your phone, you can watch it anywhere. YouTube is, might be in your TV, so you can still watch it there or whatever. Why Disney Hour? Probably because kids like Disney movies, at least, the small ones, with whatever type of, The Little Mermaid and stuff like that.
My daughter's in there right now watching The Little Mermaid, the original.
Under the sea, under the sea.
Because she got a gift. Because she normally doesn't like that stuff. She likes Coco Melon and you know, La Vaca Lola, the little stuff, the Baby Shark, the stuff on YouTube that you can watch, you know, those little things.
Little music
But
videos.
yes, yes, yes. You know the spider, the itsy bitsy spider, all that stuff. But she got a gift for her ballet graduation because she completed 6 classes of 28 minutes apiece.
Woo!
So she's basically a professional ballerina, Rick.
Yeah. If you say so, John.
So I took her to Round Table Pizza, and she got a gift from her aunt of a bunch of Disney princesses toys, and they have the names on them and everything. So now she wants to see the princesses. So I guess she's going to be going through that phase now, where everything's going to be Disney princess, which is better than the Vaca Lola because she wanted to be a cow for like a year and a half.
Boo. Now she want to be a Disney princess.
Yeah, la vaca Lola, tiene cabeza y tiene un cola, y hace mu. Roughly translated, that means Lola the cow has a head and a tail, and she goes moo. This fascinated my daughter to no end.
Well, she was what, 2?
Yep.
Let's see. Marsupial says, I need to make that little video of Cherry denouncing me. And Marsupial says, well, you two, Rick and John, publicly denounce me. I need to get the audio of everybody denouncing me. No, I will not denounce you. Timothy wants to see that. What is the name of her favorite channel? Ask Timothy. Does she have a favorite YouTube channel? Or does she just have favorite TV channel?
No, she has a favorite YouTube channel, and that is it's a channel called Coco Melon. The only thing is that channel is not very educational, so we don't let her watch that much unless she's on the toilet because we're trying to potty train her. So in order for her to stay on the toilet and enjoy being there, we let her watch her garbage Coco Melon.
Justin says, the only reason to download a YouTube video would be if you think it could be deleted. Ulrich says, Disney lost its magic when they made Disney Plus instead of changing their movies every day for reasons. Buy the old DVDs, says Ulrich to you. Terrible lyrics, says Josh. The lyrics are deep and meaningful, says Timothy. If you're going to buy Disney movies, get the older versions. And Timothy says, oh, I said, what is the name of her channel? Whose channel? His daughter doesn't have a channel. Who knew a cow had an attack? Well, I guess John will be really glad that his daughter is moving away from that phase.
No, I thought it was pretty cute. I liked her in that phase. But I guess she is. We are taking her to Disneyland in about 2 weekends.
Both of them?
No,
or?
three weekends. No, just the one. The other one's too
young?
I don't know. She's too little. We'll probably take her just to take her. We don't got to pay for her. I think any kid under 3 is free or something like that.
Yeah, she probably won't be going on rides. It'll just be you guys carrying her around all day.
It's basically we're just going to be rolling her around in her stroller, you know.
Oh, well.
Just excess baggage.
Will your oldest be able to get on any rides?
I doubt it. She'll probably be able to get on some of the kiddie rides in like Adventureland. Not Adventureland. Fantasyland. Like the teacups, the Dumbo ride, the carousel, maybe the Fantasyland canal boat ride.
Yeah.
But that's what I really like about Disneyland is that they really focus on the ambiance, the way the place looks and feels. It's nice and cool. Even if it's hot, they have stuff running, air conditioners, flying, like fans with misters and stuff like that. They try to make you very comfortable. They try to make the experience very enjoyable. Rather than like Six Flags Magic Mountain or Knott's Berry Farm, where it's like you pay for the tickets, the attractions are the rides, not the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And you're hot and miserable and stuff like, you know what I mean? But
Yeah,
it's cheaper, so there you go.
Yeah, well, it's, the thing is, Disneyland focuses probably on both, and probably Disney World. I've been to Disney World, although, it's been 20 years, 30 years since I was there. So, Splash Mountain is down because they're changing it. I need to go to Japan to ride the original. All the more reason to go to Japan. Splash Mountain.
Splash Mountain is a horrible ride. It only has one drop. It's you basically you sit in a big log. You ride around. They sing the Song of the South, that Disney movie that became famous because of more racism. Like I had no idea what that cartoon was. I still to this day I've never seen it. I don't care for it. I'm not nostalgic for it. Don't know who the characters are, except there's a bear and there's a character called Brer Rabbit. Other than that, I have no idea what it's about. All I know is that in the movie there was a black guy singing Zippity Doo Dah.
Zippity doo dah, zippity day. Me oh my, what a wonderful day. That song?
Yes, that's the one. And then it has a nice big drop, which is nice when you're in the summertime. You can get wet a little bit. The has a big drop and you go into the water and it goes psh.
Oh yeah, they've got those all over the place.
But I enjoy. I'm not some sort of a fanatical thrill seeker, Rick.
Yeah.
I don't bungee jump or skydive or do anything like that. So I want to be around for the atmosphere. I want it to look pretty. I want to see things that look nice, that look cool, interesting. Which is why I would prefer a ride like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
Because that one you sit down in your little boat and they tell you a story. There's little animatronics going on. They have fog when you go through the swamps. There's a battle. Cannonballs are falling in the water next to you. It splashes up. It's cool to be on. And then there's two drops, like, ooh, a little bit of a thrill, and then a little bit bigger of a thrill. Still not any good, It's not like, oh, this is it's blowing my mind, these action sequences. But it's nice to be around. And then when you end your ride, there's a nice big pile of treasure. It looks like pirate treasure and all that stuff. It's nice. I like it.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
I'm not like, oh, that drop should have been 100 feet and corkscrew me backwards and upside down.
You don't like that?
I don't mind that it's not in there. I enjoy some, like when I was younger, I used to go to Six Flags with my friends, because that's what you do when you're a teenager. You go to the Six Flags because there's no adult supervision. They don't have like security everywhere. You can smoke your cigarettes in the corner. Nobody's gonna tell you anything.
Yeah, if you smoke in the smoking section, nobody's gonna say anything.
Yeah, and then plus there's a bunch of girls there, unaccompanied girls. So when you're in high school, you're like, yeah, you go with a group of your guy friends, you meet a group of girls, and you hang out,
Yeah.
Disneyland's more family oriented, so you don't like that when you're a teenager.
True. we only have one major theme park around here. Well, yes and no. We've got a few, but in Canada only one. But because there's a Six Flags Darien Lake, it's just a little bit across the border. So we go to that, but it's a little bit further to get to than say where I am, Canada's Wonderland. And it's family friendly, but you could probably still have what you were saying,
Rick, I'm gonna need you to remove Elric's wrench so I can time him out.
Why would you do?
Because he's telling me that I'm wrong, which we all know that's not true.
They changed the Pirates of the Caribbean ride to Dillard. When did they do that?
Oh, that was like 10 years ago. They changed it right before the movie came out, and then after the movie came out, they changed it again to include Johnny Depp and a bunch of the, like Jack Sparrow, Captain Jack Sparrow, and a bunch of the animatronics.
Well, it's not too bad.
I remember we used to go to Knott's Berry Farm because it's closer. Like if where I live in Riverside, it's only about like Disneyland, Knott's Berry Farm are the two closest ones. They're about 40 miles away from my house. Universal Studios is about 55 miles away, and then maybe more, maybe even 60, and then Six Flags is about 80 miles away.
Yeah.
So we would usually go to Knott's because it's closer, and we had kind of junky cars when we were in high school, so cars couldn't get that far,
Yeah. Or you didn't want a chance at it.
Right. So we'd go, especially we'd go like every year during the Halloween time, multiple times. We start saving up our money because we like to go to the haunted mazes and stuff at Knott's Berry Farm. Knott's Scary Farm, they call it.
Yeah.
Or like in the summertime, you'll go and especially they keep it open real late at night, and then you can go and it's still hot at night, so you can still go on like the Bigfoot rapids, the rides, which is where you just get really wet. And they adjust it so that like during the summertime you get more wet than when you do during the winter.
Yeah, I can see that. Like we Wonderland, where mine has the log ride. I'm not sure whether yours would do this, but they have a bridge that you go under, but it is just after the drop. So basically, if you stand on that bridge when the boat comes down the hill, everybody on that bridge just gets soaked. Probably more so than if you're in the boat. So you don't even have to go on the boat to get soaked.
Yeah, they have one like that right at the at Universal Studios for the Jurassic Park ride. The final drop drops you right under a bridge, and everybody gets splashed and standing there.
Yeah.
But I remember we were there at night. It was me and my buddy Seth and my cousin Ray, and we were at Knott's Berry Farm, and it was pretty late. It was probably around like 7 o'clock at night, and and they only keep that park open till like 11.
Yeah.
And we were like, okay, what are we gonna do? And it was like kind of empty, and we were like, oh, you know what? Like Bigfoot Rapids is open. It's always open. It's always like no wait because they put you in these big rafts, circular rafts.
Oh.
That sits like 10 or 11 people, and they're constantly coming through. So I mean, even if the line is long, you burn through that line really fast. Like you never really stop walking on the line, which is great.
Well, almost sounds like a one here called Whitewater Canyon. Although you could be waiting for 2 hours in that one, but still.
I've never waited longer than maybe 25 minutes for Bigfoot Rapids.
Yeah, but this is like 6. It only fits 6, right? But it's the big circular raft, sort of like you were talking about, and they just keep coming. Because they don't have to wait to really load a car. People get on, people get off.
It's like a moving carousel. You have to get on it, and you're loading into it as it's moving around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's real fast.
Yeah. I think it's basically the same thing, just less people on that thing. But like you said, you've got a lot more parks closer to you than you know we do. So you got to imagine Toronto is like 7 million people, 7 million people, 6 million people.
Uh-huh.
Or in this area that would be going to the park is like probably around 7 million, maybe 7 to 10 million people. Yeah, I know California is big, but you've got what? How many parks to spread that number of people out in?
Yeah, it's packed. But the thing was, like, we were there, and I remember it was nighttime, and as soon as it hits night, as soon as the sun goes down, the lines for the rides that feature water kind of die out, right?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to get wet and then not dry out.
Yeah.
But I remember we had kind of met up with these girls that were from, I think, they weren't from Anaheim. I think they were from like Garden Grove or something. And they were super cute. And the one girl was like wanting to hang out, and her name was Flora. And I remember like wanting to keep going on that water ride because she was wearing like a light beige T-shirt. We were trying to get her T-shirt wet. And so as soon as you get out the ride, you have to go. They won't let you just jump back in, even though there's nobody there. They won't let you jump back into the queue. You have to go out the exit and come back around. So we would get out, run, and we would all run. And it would take us about 2 minutes to run to the entrance and then run all the way down the turnstiles and come back around and get back on.
That's great. That's just nasty. At least where ours, if there's nobody waiting, they'll let you just stay on and just go through. Well, I'm not sure what the White Wonder Canyon.
No, but it was great because her T-shirt was wet and we were all running.
Get to see her tracts of land bounce around.
You get to see the ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-tas. It's good times.
Yes. Well, what do you think, John, of my drawing?
He doesn't look evil or mean anymore. He looks kind of like sad.
Well, he's supposed to be a little sad for Warren. His family's gone because of his he's thinking on.
And it looks like his testicles got even heavier. Oh, Rebellious says I also did that Splash Mountain thing as well. Got tired of running. And they had just, when I went, they had just opened up this thing called like Mystic. It was like some Native American themed, where you kind of just sit there and you watch a show. And it was a big old deal, and we waited in line for a long time, and we got there, and it was just some Indian guy telling a story that was doing like magic, throwing powder into like a fire, and the fire would make, images of like thunderbirds and bear totems and stuff. And I was like, this is lame. So I told that girl, let's get out of here. Go get wet.
Timothy says, seems like he's looking at the photo, asking himself, what did I do last night? Yeah. I like that. His iconic Lion T-shirt is on the floor. Yeah.
All right. Well, Rick, I got to get out of here. I got to get to work.
Okay. You want to promote anything before you take off?
Sure. There is a man on YouTube by the name of Muttman. This fellow is a fellow creator. He worked on a book called Hero, Blood of Patriots. Muttman and his partner Macho Dan are going to be doing a video pretty soon for the Boomerang Box. It's currently at their house. So if you would, go take a look on YouTube for Muttman and Macho Dan, and subscribe to them and follow the Boomerang Box around to win a prize.
Cool. Who's it going to after them?
After Muttman and Macho Dan, it is going to Jiminy Cricket.
Cool. When's it coming to me?
I think I'm gonna make Jiminy Cricket send it to you.
Okay. You know what? I think I know
What?
what's
Chicken butt. That's what.
I know what's going in. One thing that's going in the box. I'm gonna put I'm gonna put the small statue in.
Oh, how fun!
I'm not gonna paint it or anything. The person can paint the thing and glue it all together, but all the pieces will be in there.
Well, make sure to put all those pieces in a plastic baggie so they don't get separated.
I'm gonna put them in some bubble wrap and tape it all up together.
Rick,
Yes.
didn't I just say I had to go?
Yeah. Okay. Catch you later.
But thank you for having me, Rick, and thank you everybody in the chat: Timothy, Joshua, Elric, Rebellious Pastry. Thank you guys for it, and King's Kid. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you guys later.
Okay, later. Okay, well, let's see. That's about it for me too, because it's like 9 o'clock here. We've been on just over 2 hours. I got mentioned yesterday on a guy's thing. They were talking about Christian comics. Chris G, Hero Shack. Something like that. Let me see. I'll put a link to the channel if I can find it here. Yeah. In the thing. Showing medals views. Let's see. Yeah, so they were talking about me. Lorenzo was on there, said some stuff for me. It was a good show. Go check it out. Good channel. So yeah, and thanks everybody for coming by. It's been great having you all here. I'm going to go over to the Vomitorium chat, and we'll see you all later. So bye for now. God bless. Love you all. Have a great and wonderful day, night, whatever it is for you.